What's up, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB Recap. The title is unfortunately not exaggerated. The Marlins actually just sent down their best pitcher to begin 2024. Speaking of being sent down, we know that Ruiz was sent down by the A's. He raked in AAA, and then as soon as he got called back up to the big leagues, he went yard. Cedric Mullins, he probably just made the catch of the year. I don't care that it's mid-April. I don't think that anything is going to beat that one. Mike Trout is looking like the 2024 AL MVP right now. He is refusing to stop hitting baseballs very, very far. And a manager pushed a security guard out the way. I've never seen that before. All of that and more in today's MLB Recap. And shout out to you guys one more time. We are getting so close to 500,000 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. And don't forget, you can save 20 bucks off on SeatGeek using code Fuzzy, and also on Underdog Fantasy, my favorite daily fantasy app. You can get a $100 deposit match when you use my code Fuzzy when you sign up. It's a lot of fun. Now, we do have some breaking news to kickstart this recap. We have the Rangers calling up the number 2 overall pick back in, I think, 2020 or 2021, something like that. Jack Leiter, he and his teammate Kumar Rocker, they lit up the baseball world at Vanderbilt, and they both got off to a rough start in terms of their minor league career. But in 2024, Jack Leiter has seemingly fixed that walk issue, and he has an insane 15.7 strikeouts per nine. Now, it could be for a spot start, but I'm hyped up. His first start is going to be on Thursday against the Tigers, so mark that down on your calendars. So we know that it was Jackie Robinson Day across baseball, so of course we're going to start with the Dodgers. This is one of my favorite days in baseball. It's so cool to honor Jackie because every team does it. They all wear number 42. CJ Abrams, he's going to try and motor in for a double, and he gets there. Abrams, he eventually got to third after a ground out, so he's going to score easy on a ball that missed by like 5 feet. Mitchell Parker, he was making his debut for the Nationals, and he gets Mookie Betts swinging. His mom was super emotional, and that's just awesome. 2 sac flies did bite him. That second one off the bat of Max Muncy. The Dodgers are up 1, but that didn't last long because CJ Abrams is a star. He's up to 4 home runs and 3 stolen bases with an insane 176 OPS plus. I think that Nationals fans are happy with the Soto trade. They got CJ Abrams, Mackenzie Gore, and it doesn't end there. James Wood and Robert Hassel, they are coming pretty soon. The former Dodger Joey Gallo, he smoked a mistake changeup for an RBI. The Nationals, the backup won. Tyler Glasnow, he is laboring, but they kept him out there. Later on, he walked Gallo after Winker got on, and Luis Garcia Jr., he made him pay. That's a 3-run home run. Glasnow, he then yelled, "Fun!" at the top of his lungs. I'm going to need John Boyd to confirm that, but I'm pretty sure it was fun, not anything else. Mitchell Parker got Mookie Betts again. This one ends his debut. He's going to pick up his first W against a juggernaut Dodger squad. Kyle Finnegan, he has 6 saves. The Dodgers, they've lost 2 in a row, and honestly, the Nationals, they look like they could be a serious problem in 2025, maybe even in the second half of this year. I got to talk about this former Dodger now. Michael Busch, right now, if the season ended today, he would probably be the NL Rookie of the Year. He and his teammate Shota Imanaga. He's now homered in 5 straight games. Someone entered in the auto home run cheat code for this guy before the season started. He has 6 home runs on the year. Don't forget, last year in AAA, he hit .323 with 27 home runs in 98 games. So the breakout, it was baking for a while, but the Dodgers just didn't have room for him. Or maybe they did, and they just chose Gavin Lux. Jake McCarthy, he's trying to break out as well after being really good in 2022 and then falling off in 2023. It's now tied at 1-1. Merrill Kelly and Ben Brown, this was a fun little matchup. They were both breezing through the opposing lineups. Kelly, he's out after 5. Ben Brown, he's trying to go for 6. He got some help from Nico Horner, and he did actually end up going 6 shutout. Gabriel Moreno was going to try and get a rally going, but good thing Mike Tauchman's out there, and he robbed them because Arizona, they got a rally started right after that. In steps the last year's NL Rookie of the Year, which is called the Jackie Robinson Award, so of course, Corbin's going to deliver. By the way, Marte was intentionally walked ahead of him to get to Corbin, so maybe he felt disrespected. He showed why it wasn't that smart. Arizona, they're up 1. Kevin Ginkel, he's in for the save, and what am I watching? No, actually, what am I watching? Nico scores from second. That is a blown save. That forced extras, and Nico, he clutched up again, this time with an RBI single. Only 1 scores, though. Jarvis, he struck out Gomes. Then he struck out Ian Happ, and Happ was not happy about that. It's 3-2 Cubs. Keegan Thompson is in the game, and ball game. They win 3-2. Cal Quantrill turned in his best start of the season, but even when you do that, Harper, he's still going to get you. Harper had an RBI single, and Aaron Nola, he was on top of his game as well until Michael Toglia took him deep. He's only hitting 143, but Toglia has 4 home runs. His barrel rates are really good. His exit velocities, some of the best in baseball. He just has to find that consistency. Quantrill and Nola, they battled back and forth. They each only allowed 1 run. Cal went 6. Nola tried to go for 8. He struck out the side in the 7th, so he was getting stronger and stronger. He struck out his final hitter. So at one point, It was 4 in a row to end his start. Bryce, he's been showing a ton of frustration lately. He threw his helmet a few days ago. He spiked his bat after that pop-up in the 8th. So this one's going to need extras as well. Colorado used starting pitcher Kyle Freeland as a pinch runner. The ball squeaks away, and oh no. Not only is Freeland out, but he hurt his shoulder. I'm really hoping that he's going to be okay. Then that happened. Christian Pache, he walked it off on a single the other way. He's still just 25 years old, so there's still plenty of time for him to break out. Oswaldo Cabrera just does not want to get out lately. He's up to 12 RBIs after that base knock in the 2nd. Soto and Glaber, they found the camera. They were having some fun, and it just seems like the Yankees are having a lot more fun this year than they have in a while. The 2nd inning wasn't very fun, though, as Luis Gil walked a few and then walked the former two-way superstar for the Yankees, IKF. That's 5 walks through 2 innings, and then he threw a ball to the backstop. Fans were not happy with Austin Wells kind of dogging it to the ball. He kind of just jogged to it. I think he scores regardless, though. Kirk, he scores, and then he used his bat to score another. That's his first extra base hit of the year. Chris Bassett, he was great after that early run allowed. He went 6 with 5 strikeouts. He got Judge to strike out in the 6th. He got a double play. He then got Gleyber Torres to chase for his final out, and then the bullpen came in and closed the door on the Yankees. Jimmy Garcia is having an electric last few days. 7 of his last 9 outs have been via the strikeout, so no strikeouts in this one, but a 1-2-3 ninth. New York is now 12-5 on the year, 8-3 on the road, so not a great game, but I think they'll be okay. The Jays are 9-8. Let's find the other New York team because the Mets are surging. They're coming into this one winners of, I think, 7 of their last 11. Jackie's widow, Rachel Robinson, she was in attendance, so that's a nice gesture to get her flowers. Both starters were great until the 6th. McCutchen, he started a 3-run inning off of Adrian Hauser. Kutch scored on a Connor Joe RBI. Triolo, he had a sac fly to make it 3-0. But like I said, though, Martin Perez, he was also good through 5, but fell apart in the 6th. He walked Alvarez with the bases loaded. McNeil, he lofted one, no tag, but then Connor Joe's controller died mid-throwing animation. Lindor, he's going to score. He was laughing as he came across home. That's embarrassing, I'm not going to lie. DJ Stewart, he came up as a pinch hitter, and he delivered with a double. The game's knotted up at 3-3. Aroldis Chapman has been allowing base runners like crazy. No different in this one. Bader drives in 2. They're going crazy. Hader was hyped up, and then he used his legs to manufacture a run. He steals 3rd, and then he scores on a late throw to home. By the way, the reason why Contreras was in and not Aroldis is because Chapman got ejected. Diaz, he got Cruz to fly out. The Mets, they're back to 500. Minnesota came into this ball game dead last in batting average with runners in scoring position. So that base hit from Farmers, oh no, it's not a base hit because Cedric, with shades of Superman, robs Kyle Farmer of an RBI. That's going to be the best catch of the year. Jordan Westburg has been a beast since they called up Jackson Holiday. I think that competition breeds excellence. He did not want to lose his job, so he's raking. 2 RBIs on that double. He's hitting .455 since Jackson arrived. Jose Miranda, he's back from the shadow realm. He fell off after breaking out in 2022. Ryan O'Hearn, he got that run back. That ball was absolutely deleted. By the way, the Orioles, they made this hydration station for their celebration. It's kind of cool. I like it a lot. The ingenuity is second to none. Jose Miranda added a 2nd RBI, so the Twins are still fighting, but you can't escape this guy. Shout out to little man. Mullins with the bat this time, his 4th home run of the year. He scores Westbrook because Jordan got on again. Gunnar Henderson, I mean, he's legit, folks. That's his 4th as well. He also has 4 stolen bases. That was almost 110 off the bat. The Twins scored a few, which was fine for Craig Kimbrell. This went from a non-save opportunity to a save opportunity. He has 4 saves on the year. He has 421 for his career, just 3 behind Kenley Jansen, who has 424. Avi Garcia is trying to get his stats up and earn his contract because, wow, it's been one of the worst in baseball. That's a solo home run. Brian De La Cruz, he got help with his stats because Conforto boosted them. 1 scores, but then another one is going to score. Luis Ariz, there he is with the flow coming out of his helmet. It's 3-0 Marlins. When Conforto made up a little bit for his transgressions, he was the only one who was able to figure out MLB The Show legend Edward Cabrera. He replaced Max in the rotation. We're talking about Max Meyer, to his credit. And to his credit, he did a great job distracting fans from the fact that Max Meyer was sent down. More on that in a second. But as you can see, he's slicing and dicing. 10 strikeouts, just 1 walk through 6 innings. San Francisco, they're going to fight back. Edward, he leaves. 1 scores on a Patrick Bailey sac fly. Jung Hoo Lee, he's up with runners on, and check that out. His bat-to-ball skills are insane. He's top 3% at not striking out, and he has incredible exit velocities, defense, and speed. He's got the it factor. He's really good. Wilmer Flores, he completed the comeback with a single to center. Nick Ahmed, he scores to make it 4-3. We had some drama in the 9th. Tyler Rogers was jogging in, which was not supposed to happen. It was supposed to be Camilo Duvall, and then the manager for Miami, Skip Shoemaker, went crazy. Somehow he managed to not get tossed, and just kidding, he got tossed a few moments later. He and Laz Diaz got into a little spat again. Brian De La Cruz, he's going to try and save the team one more more time. Nope. Duvall, he gets the 4-out save. The Marlins are 3-14, their worst 17-game start ever. And like I said, we found out that Max Meyer was sent down after going 2-0 with a 2.1 ERA in his first 3 starts. All of his starts were quality starts, but I guess he's on an innings limit, which makes sense on paper because he's coming back from Tommy John. But they also had Yuri Perez on an innings limit. He was monitored and babied, and he's out with Tommy John. So I don't know if we should be babying these guys as much as we are, but maybe we should. We have back-to-back 7-3 box scores coming up. The first one is the Angels at the Rays. The next one is the Padres in Milwaukee. Zach Eflin and Patrick Sandoval, they went full-blown 1v1 on high-rise, if you know, you know. They both limited hard contact all game long. They went 4 shutout, but Sandoval, he's in a lot of trouble in the 5th. Bases loaded, a tapper back to him. A nice play, but a run does score. Sandoval, he's in line for the L because Zach Eflin, he was great. He's faced the Angels in back-to-back starts, and this was a big bounce back because last time he faced them, he gave up 5, so a tip of the cap to him. It's just Phil Maton was a little bit Phil Matoff, awful joke, I'm sorry, but it's also Mike freaking Trout. His ability to golf pitches 900 feet is literally the stuff of legends. That's his 7th home run. Maton, he's still out there. He allowed 3 to get on for Matt Thaiss, and only 1 is on now because Thaiss cleared him on a double. Maton has been terrible to start his tenure with the Rays. Hard-hitting Harold Ramirez, he crushed one to make it a 5-3 game. Angels fans, they needed a confidence boost, and look who gave it to them. Anthony Rendon doubled. He had 3 base hits in this one, which means that he has 4 consecutive multi-hit games, and 5 of his last 6 games have been multi-hit. He's hitting almost 400 since that standing ovation. Taylor Ward, I mean, just wow. He's hitting .315 with 6 home runs, 19 RBIs. Maybe he's the AL MVP right now. Carlos Estevez hit Tampa Bay with the Kamehameha after striking out Jose Siri to end the game. The Angels, I think they started 0-3 or 0-4, I can't remember, but now they're 8-8. The Angels win 7-3, and who's going to be the winner of this next 7-3 ball game? Willie Adames squeaked one just past the Gold Glover. Ha-Sung Kim, he's a short king. If he was maybe 5'10", he probably gets that. Jackson Chourio, he added to it a 2-run home run to left field. He's got 3 home runs and 3 stolen bases. That's the most home runs through the first handful of games since Robin Yount. Milwaukee's going to try and get out of the first 4 without any damage. Willie, he probably threw that thing 95 plus miles an hour, but Ha-Sung Kim, he beats it out. Cronenworth scores, nothing more in the 4th, but that was the 4th. The San Diego Padres immediately got it going in the 5th. Tatis had an RBI ground out just like Kim, and oof, that hurts. Contreras had a tough inning. The game was tied after a pass ball. He just missed it. Then there was a catcher's interference. Milwaukee tried to get cute on defense. Maybe that was the only option, but Manny gets an RBI after Terang missed a 360 no-scope silent shot kill cam. It's 4-3 Padres. Kim then gets a free walk because of a pitch clock violation. And then the other 20-year-old Jackson Merrill, he clutched up for an RBI single. Luis Campusano, he blooped in the game's final run. The Padres, they have a ton of talent, and I love their offense, even without Juan Soto. The Brewers are now 10-5, which will be the same record of the Braves if they can stop the red-hot Astros lineup. Bregman with the early RBI, so fans are feeling good. But oh boy, Pena stops it, but he missed the green on the throwing meter, so the ball got past Jose Abreu, and then the pitcher did the same thing with his pinpoint meter to score on just bad baseball. The Braves are up 1, and we're going to fast forward to Josh Hader trying to keep it close. The Astros are still down 1. Duvall doubled to start it, so that means pinch hitter Arcia is going to score Duvall on that base knock. Atlanta, they owned center field. Ronald up the middle, Ozzie up the middle, Austin Riley not up the middle. He pulls it, but that's 4 consecutive hits off of Josh Hader. Marcell Ozuna, he's talking to himself. I don't know what he was saying, but it worked. His RBI single extends his hit streak to 14 games. The Braves, they win 6-1. Hader, he has 1 save in 9 appearances. He's allowed 8 runs, which I think he allowed 8 runs in all of 2023. The Braves, they're 10-5, and the Astros, they're back to 6 games under 500. Sonny Gray is back in the Coliseum, and this time as a Cardinal. Nolan gave his pitcher an early lead. He scores Goldie. Goldie runs like Mr. Game & Watch from Super Smash Bros. Brawl, if you guys remember that game. But this is cool. Harry Carey, the 4th, is taken after his legendary great-grandfather, Harry Carey. Ross Stripling, he's still in there after 5 innings of 1-run ball, but he just ran out of gas. Wilson ripped a hanging changeup for an RBI double. Stripling's out. Jordan Walker, he was cool with that. He makes it 3-0. So that meant Sonny Gray was frying people. He struck out Zach Geloff looking on a sinker away. Blade flied out, so Sonny, he goes 6 shutout versus the team that drafted him. Now, we have something that I've never seen before in my life. The A's rolled 2 in the 7th. The Cardinals are going to go to replay, but a security guard momentarily got in Marmol's way. He shoved the guy, and they said that Marmol took too long to replay, which means that they wouldn't let him challenge, and then he blamed the security guard, which was completely not fair. Look who's back. Esteury Ruiz is back in the lineup. He pimped a no-doubt pinch hit home run. He didn't even get the start, but he shoved it in the faces. Good job, Este. Ryan Helsley was slinging 101 in the 9th inning. He has 6 saves on the year. Sonny picks up another W. He's allowed 0 runs through the first 2 starts. Is that good? Frankie Montas had a brutal start in this one. He walked J.P. Crawford. Then he walked J-Rod. And another name that starts with J hurt him. Jorge Polanco. He has a home run in back-to-back games. He's taking a lot of walks as well, which is nice for his on base. More J names. Jamir Candelario. He blasted off for a solo home run, his second as a Red. The walks continued for Frankie. He walks Polanco, and yeah, that just cannot happen. Multiple walks followed by a home run, completely self-inflicted, but I think he's going to bounce back. Jake Fraley, he's facing his old team. He was traded in the Luis Castillo deal. The dude's a stud. He's hitting .435 over his first 12 games. Mariners rookie Jonathan Clase, that's his first ever base hit and RBI on one swing. Last year, he had 20 home runs and 79 stolen bases in the minors, so watch out for him. The Mariners rip it open. Mitch Haniger had his 3rd RBI of the day after that double. Luke Raley, he really needed that. It bleeds in. Benson, he can't make the grab. Raley scoots on to 3rd for an RBI triple, and the Reds, they win big 9-3. I'm going to spoil it, but these next few games were all shutouts. Gronk, he was out there tossing out the first pitch, but he Gronk spiked it instead. Cutter Crawford, he's been maybe baseball's best pitcher to begin the season, or at the very least, he's been the most underrated. He strikes out Stephen Kwan, and then J-Ram got him. No, he didn't, because Wilyer Abreu flew in to make the grab. Cutter Crawford went 5 2/3 of shutout baseball with 6 strikeouts, but a massive shout out to Cleveland starting pitcher Xavier Curry. He struck out 3 over 5 shutouts, so very much a pitcher's duel to start this one. It's 0-0 in the 7th. Cleveland, they got their 2nd pinch hit go-ahead home run of the week. That was Will Brennan's 1st of the year. And that's bad. Tyler O'Neill got crushed by Devers. He needed 8 stitches. Talking about O'Neill, I hope that they're both okay. Cleveland, they did Cleveland things in the 8th because they always find the wackiest ways to score. That's an easy RBI for J-Ram. He's trying for 2nd. He gets there. The ball gets away. Another run scores. Boos were raining down, and Gabriel Arias, he was just a home run away from the cycle. He's the key. He and Brian Rocchio, it's surreal to see these guys producing, and I hope it sticks. We have an MLB debut on our hands. Nick Nastrini, I think that's how you say it. He struck out Bobby Witt Jr. for career strikeout number 1. His changeup is wicked. He got Vinny to chase for a clean 1st inning. And no joke, this Nastrini kid can spin it. He gets MJ to chase at that same changeup. Lofton was flailing at the slider. Then he pulls out 94-95 on the fastball. He gets Maikel Garcia. Then Bobby Witt again. You just can't do that, though. Big leaguers are going to figure it out. Vinny, he fully enjoyed that. I mean, that thing was crushed. That one was not crushed, but again, RBIs are RBIs. Cal Isbell, he made it 2-0. All while Seth Lugo, he got to face the White Sox lineup. There's a double play in the 6th. Then he strikes out Gavin Sheets to end it. So that 6 shutout, make it 7 shutout. 3 runs total between Seth Lugo's first 4 starts combined. I think that Kansas City leads MLB in most starts of 6+ innings, so they are just eating innings one after another. Eloy Jimenez was deployed to try and save the White Sox, but he can't hold back the check swing. James MacArthur, which by the way sounds like a Civil War battalion leader, he ends the game. He gets the save. 1 run was scored in this entire game. Michael Lorenzen was going against his former Tigers teammates, and they were barking at him as he entered the game. Michael, he was tossing seeds, 96 miles an hour straight past Kerry Carpenter. Reese Olson of the Tigers, he was feeling himself as well. He had 5 strikeouts through 2 innings. Lorenzen, he got a big ground ball on the 4th for a double play, and then got Cole Keith looking on an inside painted changeup. Reese, he got into a lot of trouble. Bases owed to nobody out. Simeon had an RBI, and then Texas tried the dumbest thing ever, and they tested Riley Green. He's got a hose piece. Hopefully that's lesson learned. Lorenzen, he pulled a Reese Olson. The bases were loaded. That was followed by a double play, but his came with 1 out, so he's out of the inning. Reese, he was really good though. Adolis Garcia strikes out, so Reese's day is over. He had 8 Ks and just 1 walk, but this game's a wrap. Kirby Yates, he gets his first save as a Ranger, and they win by the skin of their teeth. That does it for today's recap. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, do me a favor, leave a like for the algorithm, subscribe because it also helps out, and enjoy the web gems.
Catcher. Flips one to shallow right. Yastrzemski charging hard, and he makes. Walker to right field. Butler slides and makes a great. Lifted in between. De La Cruz, long sprint on the slide.
In center. Jazz coming in. Dives and.
Austin Riley, this time he's got a long way to go. He gets there. What a.
Again, 96, but he knows he's a 92 to 94 guy. As into the corner, a sliding catch.